Whoa! Or please pee against the globe. Yeah, Nikon ZF. Black and white color, easy peasy. A good start into this year. Let's follow. I have nothing, I just checked my photos. There's nothing. This is going to be a very boring video. On the theme of copying others. Hi everyone, Samuel here, welcome back to another video on my channel and welcome to my first street photo walk in 2025. This is a little tradition I want to do on my channel. Every first street walk of the year, I want to document it, film it, share my thoughts about what I have planned for the year, take some photos. Yeah, just experience the first days out in the city. And we're starting today here in the center of Hamburg. As you can see, perfect Hamburg weather. This is how it looks here, like 80% of the year is this weather, which I don't mind. I think every weather is good weather for street photography. And today, this weather actually fits the style of lens I'm using today, because we have a new lens to try out. This was sent to me by a Funleader. I was familiar with Funleader, but not with the company that they collaborated with, which is Artizlab. And yeah, as you can see, it is based on the original pre-aspheric Somilux Leica 35mm that came out in 1967, I believe. And that is still a very popular lens because it has a lot of character. It's very bright, and for its brightness, it's very compact, as you can see. I've never seen the original Leica version in person. I've never tried it. But from what I've seen online, this is almost identical to the original one. So Artizlab calls this an homage to the original. I mean, we can debate it, whether this is like a blatant copy or not, but they did improve on the center resolution, and I think they added some modern coatings, so it should be a little bit more flare resistant. We will test it out today. And initially when they reached out to me, I wasn't that interested because 35mm is not a focal length that I use a lot. And I wasn't sure if I would like a very vintage looking lens. I have some of them already. But the reason I said yes to this is they let me keep the lens, and I want to gift it to my brother, Kenny, who shoots on film. And his Pentax DSLRs, his Pentax SLRs are not working properly anymore, and he's looking for a new system. And he wants really small lenses. So I suggested to him, maybe look into getting an M-mount camera. Maybe Leica M, maybe a different M-mount camera system, but he has not enough money to fund a lens for his new camera. So I want to gift it to my brother. So this review is also kind of for my brother. So Kenny, if you're watching, I'm going to try and test this for you and see if it works. It's probably good enough for what you do. No, he does great street photography, and what's nice about this is you have distance scales, you have infinity focus, you have a focus tab. So I feel very familiar with this kind of workflow. So yeah, let's go and take some photos in Hamburg and see how this lens performs. I will share black and white edits because I think this will suit my black and white photography very well. But I'm also going to show you the raw unedited file so you can compare my edit and the original rendering of this lens. Yeah, I think we should walk more towards the center. This is usually a place where I really like to hang out because you have all these pigeons here and the swans, and it can get very crowded here very quickly. And you have the beautiful cityscape of Hamburg here. So that's why I like to come here. At the moment it's a little quiet, even though it's a Saturday. So let's move on, go somewhere else. Oh, in terms of specs and technical data, I will throw in some graphics here and some information and some links in the video description so you can check it out. I'm more interested in the character and how the images feel. Because lately I've been kind of wanting to try out imperfect lenses. And I think this is a topic we could talk about. You know, what does it mean to have imperfection in your photographs? Nowadays, it's not so hard to get inexpensive lenses that are almost perfect, right? No chromatic aberrations, sharp in the corners, good contrast. But sometimes I want to be reminded that I'm doing photography and use an actual camera. So I have lenses that are sharp and have great contrast. But sometimes I like to experiment using more vintage looking lenses. So yeah, really looking forward to try this out. I haven't really shot a lot with this lens yet. I just got it 2 days ago. Speaking of 1960 or 1952 to be more exact, behind you is a very famous spot. This was actually photographed by the master, Henri Cartier-Bresson. I bet you didn't know that, but he took a photograph here that I really like. It has become one of my favorite photographs of his. Maybe because it's from my hometown and it was during a snowy day, which is very rare nowadays. But yeah, he took a photo here of this man feeding the pigeons, and he had only one leg, and you know, there was this bicycle. It's very beautiful. And he probably shot that on a very old lens, maybe something like this. So I don't know, maybe we should take a modern version of this photograph. Of course, we will never get such a good subject unless we camp out here for weeks, because it doesn't snow here anymore. But at least we can get the same framing. But now the spot is occupied by some people. I think they added this pole, this lamp. They added that later because Hamburg was, as you might know, was bombed quite heavily. So a lot of the city was rebuilt afterwards. But I think it's probably this framing. Nope. Okay, anyways, let's move on. Just wanted to share a little bit of history with you guys. Let's move on. So yeah, but what I just did was pre-focusing to like around almost 5 meters, maybe 4 meters, which I can do with this lens. I should probably check if the distances are correct, because that's very important. And yeah, I'm using this lens on a Nikon ZF, which is not an M-mount camera, but I'm using this Funleader Z to M adapter. And that gives me very accurate focus distances. So just to see if this lens has proper infinity focus, let's test it. Boom. Now I'm going to check focus, zoom in, and it's not quite infinity focus. So, okay, have a look at this. So in real infinity focus, on this setup at least, maybe it's different on a real Leica, it's not quite infinity. It's more like between 10 and infinity. So that's a little bit of a shame because it has an infinity lock, which I personally like, but it doesn't make a lot of sense if it's not real proper infinity focus, right? So hopefully this is different on a Leica M body. I don't know, watch some other reviews. I'm sorry, I only have this camera. Clearly I can't afford a Leica if I'm using this lens. So, but if you use your EVF and focus punch in, then you can still use it. So very important for me is 5 meter. I use 5 meter a lot on this kind of focal length. I know from experience, let's say this city scooter, what's it called? So this is roughly 5 meters from me now. I'm pretty sure it's 5 meters. Yeah, it is in focus. At least 5 meter distance seems to be correct. Okay, now let's try and take a photo of you, of the camera. Let's see. I don't really do zone focusing this close, but let's say 1.5. And I will use f4 just to make it a little bit more challenging. So 1.5, I would say probably here. So I didn't check focus, I just took a photo. Let me check and zoom in. Oh, okay. It's working. It is working. I still can do zone focusing. That's good. A good start into this year. I can still zone focus. Now that I know that infinity focus is what? Oh, yeah. But he's going to the left. But if he would go to the right, then we could have recreated maybe that photo. But even then, we would need, you know, him standing there with one leg up, throwing bread in the air. So one day I will get a slightly similar or at least interesting photo at that spot. That's my new goal for 2024-25. Okay, let's cross the street. I've never taken a good photo here, but anytime I cross the street, also this street has changed a lot in the last years. I like this background. It's very clean, and if I would just wait for some interesting people to cross the street, you know, well, you can also see the TV tower in the background. Let's check out the Apple store and maybe that jewelry store. Sometimes we can see some people behind the windows. Could be interesting. This is going to be a very boring video. So at this street, this crossing here, I sometimes try to get a photo because I was inspired by a German photographer, Walter Lüden. He published a book, or he's not alive anymore, but he has a book out on photographs taken in Hamburg, I think in the 50s, right, 50s, 60s. But the cover photo is a great one because you basically see this scene here. And you see a bunch of people crossing the street, and you see this big church in the background. And for me, this is such a great Hamburg photo. So anytime I'm here, I'm trying to get my version of it on the theme of copying others. No, but you know, when I look at his photo, you see the fashion of the people, the hairstyle. So if I take a decent photo here that shows all kinds of people that we have currently here in Hamburg, then it might be valuable later. Okay, let's go and try to get it. And I think he was using a 50 or something longer, but it also needs to be more crowded. We used to have traffic lights here, right? So we would wait here until traffic light is green, and then people would cross. But they removed it, so everyone is just walking. So you don't really have that many people in front of you. There's always someone blocking the view. No, it's not enough people. It's never right. That's why I never get it. It's never quite right. I should have taken my chances when the traffic lights were still here. Maybe I should focus more on showing you the character of this lens and shoot it a bit more wide open, because it really has a ton of character. Looky, looky. Now do it closer. Oh, the minimum focus distance is just 1 meter. So this is too close. I have to go back, and this is 1 meter now. So it's a little bit limiting. For street photography it's okay, but for portraits maybe this might be a little bit too far away. Maybe I take photos of pigeons. Hello. And the bokeh is like very busy and harsh, which I'm not a fan of, but sometimes it adds a little bit of vintageness to your images. Whoa! Beautiful on video. Stopping down the lens to infinity. 9, too fast. Oh, 9, not fast enough. Here's another thing that we could talk about now, but oh, damn it. This is cool. That was nice. So this also made me realize that I should talk about how the focus ring feels. Personally, I find it a little bit too stiff. It's very stiff. I mean, it's super smooth. It feels nice. Overall, the lens also feels well made, but the dampening is too hard. I couldn't like focus from infinity to close very quickly. So yeah, I couldn't follow these pigeons in the air. It was too fast. I guess if you only do zone focusing, you pre-focus, you can be assured that the lens won't be moved accidentally. But I find it a little bit too stiff, unfortunately. Speaking of rain, obviously not weather sealed, but we are in 1967 right now, so we don't have weather sealing. We don't have that privilege yet. Okay, before I bore you with another boring photo, let's talk about the lens hood, because this is similar to the original version. It clamps onto the lens. So what you see here is, if I unlock this, whoop, it has there are no filter threads. So the only way to attach a filter is by using this hood, which has a filter included. Check, check, check. So here there's a filter inside. So when you get this lens, this will be in the box included, and you just put this filter in here, and that's how you use a filter. I haven't tried this with any of my other filters, because I don't know what filter size this is. Maybe you can also put in your own filters. There is an alternative option, or so I thought. My friend Thomas from Square Hood, he makes a bunch of hoods for Leica lenses, for Fujifilm lenses, also recently for Ricoh cameras. And I reached out to him because he just recently announced a hood for the original Leica Summilux. Yeah, he sent me one. I tried it out. I couldn't get it on. because it screws onto a filter thread that is right next to the lens inside, which I don't think this lens has. I don't think this lens has a proper filter thread. That's why it didn't work. But if you have the original Leica 35 Somilux, you can get that lens hood as well, if you like a more square hood shaped lens hood. Just wanted to give him a little shout out because he sent me this lens hood. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. But to be honest, I also kind of like this one. I can talk a little bit more about vintage lenses because recently, during one of my long-term projects, I realized that I should probably do this project only with vintage or characterful lenses. I've been photographing this marksman club in Lower Saxony, and it kind of has become a project about marksmanship in general. I don't know how long I'm going to continue, but recently I've been continuing photographing them, and I was using my Daipoch lens, my 28 1.4, which also has a little bit of a vintage look. And when I saw these images, they look so beautiful. Then they were not 100% sharp, and also I missed focus sometimes. But the quality of how the images felt was very nice, and I think it fits. Sometimes vintage lenses can help your project because, you know, marksmanship is an old tradition. They use these uniforms, they use mechanical machinery, you know, the guns and stuff, and their clubhouse looks kind of like from the 60s, and you know, it looks old-fashioned. So why not use a lens that also comes from that time where nothing was like perfect and had more character? So yeah, I'm probably going to continue taking photos of them using more vintage or characterful lenses. There's also a reason why I wanted to try this out, because maybe this can be something that I can use for this project. And I think a good analogy I can make is, you know, it's kind of like playing old historical music pieces on historic instruments. For example, if you would play like keyboard pieces by Bach on a modern piano, of course it sounds beautiful, and modern instruments, you know, they have great tonality and resonance and clarity, all the things that musicians are looking for. But there are a lot of people who also perform on historic instruments because that was the instrument that the composer was using, just so that you get that authentic sound. So maybe we can also think of vintage lenses in that way. There's a sound for each lens. Ooh, I don't know. No, but you know what I mean? There's definitely something, each lens has a character, some less, some more. So we're going to find out if this lens has the right character for me or for you. We could also take a coffee break, to be honest. Feels like that kind of day. This is also another great location. David, by the way, who's filming me right now, he started as a filmer for my channel, and then he recently picked up a camera, and now he's doing street photography as well. It's been a while since we filmed the video because we often meet and take photos together. So I know he's kind of waiting for his chance to take photos. No, but what I wanted to say is we often come here. This is called Neuer Wall. You know, lots of boutique stores, and you see people Botox and, you know, Prada and luxury brands, expensive cars. Let's go. And yeah, and we have this corner here where a lot is happening. Like, for example, just now, did you see that? I think he bumped against the rocks. Yeah, shit. I still come back here from time to time because I'm still after a particular image. I'm looking for a photo where I can show, you know, what this place stands for, and it's a little bit difficult. I have some like dream scenarios, but can't seem to find them, or I'm never prepared. I spotted a Siegfried Hansen spot. This in color is probably something he would like to shoot. A little homage to Siegfried on the theme of copying others. Okay. Oh, I think I scratched my filter already. Huh? How did I do that? I haven't touched this filter. It's kind of nice being able to quickly remove the filter like that, because I just noticed that there's some water inside. I guess if you screw on the filter, then you won't have that problem in the first place. But I would like to use this lens without the hood, because look how small it is. But then the lens cannot be protected. Yeah, it is what it is. So.
Heute ist Samstag.
Ja, genau, heute ist Samstag. Oh, come on. Yeah, changing the aperture is a little finicky, but it has a nice feeling. So, but you need tiny hands for that. This is another popular spot, or one of my go-to spots. The light hits here very nicely, especially in winter when the sun is low. But we need something. Yeah, what I like about this is you have this huge window from the store. Now it just says sale. It's not that interesting, but sometimes they have holiday-themed advertisement or display of, you know, Christmas-themed fashion. I don't know, or something, everything in pink, or they always have a theme going on. So that's why. what? Oh, a very small moment, but him looking down at the map, it was, at least it was something. Oh, if I should color, then we have red now. Huh? Kind of a cliche, but let's do it anyways. Delete later. Wow, this is so totally destroyed. Can't see anything. Maybe I take a photo of this. Oh, this is right, exactly 1 meter. I can't go closer. Yeah, sometimes I do take these detail shots. It's always good to have them. Here's a pro tip. Always use camera gear that you're very familiar with. Don't try out new lenses and new cameras when you go out. Too many times today I'm fiddling with my camera.
Ich finde das eher interessant.
Finde ich auch. Oh, please pee against the globe. Pee against the globe. Yo, we just stopped the camera, but I just noticed that there's a new store opening here, and please pivot to it. OG fans of this channel will remember this backdrop. I first saw this in 2017 in Osaka. It's exactly the same advertisement, the same store. Even the same butterfly of this butterfly girl photo I took is up there. It's on at a different position. So yeah, I have not seen this yet here, but that's kind of interesting because now we could try to get something similar with the butterfly on the bottom here. We also have these benches that you can use. But you know, that one butterfly girl photo I took at a 50 equivalent, so 35 might be a little bit too wide. Oh, this could be kind of fun here. I know this is kind of boring, but trying to hide the fact that this is a store and not real butterflies. But it's difficult because 35 is a little bit wide. Too wide almost. I should probably do this in color. Yeah, Nikon ZF. Black and white color. Easy peasy. But see, maybe we can play with this element here. No idea what to do. Oh, this is cool. Look how clean this frame is now. Come on, come on. Oh, this feels very nostalgic to me. So in 2 hours, maybe I get a good photo in 2 hours. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like 35 is too much. Let's go closer. And also, you can't really do a great juxtaposition photograph here because of the butterfly not being perfectly from the side. I don't know. Oh, I almost got the same photo again. See, but you know, the butterfly is too high. But the phone, you know, the phone is out. Yeah, I don't know. But these kind of things, they disappear. They come and go. So always try to get something because it might not be here next week. Oh, I want that dog. That dog. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yay! So I just got only the dog here, but I don't know. Yeah, it's not that interesting, but I was waiting for this dog here. It's kind of a random reflection also. Okay, let's go back to the butterflies. Was guckst du? What's good is that I don't need to try hard here because I already did something with this advertisement. Yeah, but it's fun, it's fun. Now I have this Neuer Wall here on the right. I did not see this before. kind of don't like the door. I think I would want a 50 here, or maybe even like a 75 or 85. Okay, visual notes. Just a visual note. Let's follow. Now I'm pretending to check out this plant. Interesting. Plants. Oh, cars. Danger. Oh, a sign. Dip. Come on, move on. I want to follow this dog, you know, because she has a Louis Vuitton bag and the dog also looks kind of interesting. Of course. Oh. Okay, I missed it. Let's go.
Dein Glas und dein Teller sind im Fokus. Meine Kamera zum
Okay guys, we moved on to the harbor of Hamburg. We are inside the Elbphilharmonic building, one of the landmarks of Hamburg. And we are going up the escalator. I don't have anything else to say about this building. There are so many interesting things, but can't think of them right now. But the design, the architecture is inspired by water and obviously by music. Yeah, but so far I'm enjoying this lens. It has its quirks. As I said, a little stiff. Don't like that. But it's compact and seems to be sharp enough for street photography. Yeah, backlight is crazy on this lens. You get this halation around the silhouettes. I'm pretending to take photos of the view, but in actuality I'm stalking faces. It's really nice here when the sun comes in. Oh, you have a little schmutz on your face. Ich habe gerade geguckt, ich habe gar nichts. I have nothing. I just checked my photos. There's nothing. Nothing worth showing. Oops. That's cool. That's cool. I love this this background. It's nice. The light is beautiful. Look. It's like everyone is getting blasted by light. Ooh, look how his glasses are glowing. That's cool. Magic lens. No, it's nice. I'm enjoying the character. Das ist cool, dieses Licht, Digga. Das Licht ist nice. It's nice soft light here. Welcome to the Elbphilharmonic Plaza, the view point to see the Hamburg Harbor. This is free, by the way. You can come up here for free. This is a good opportunity to do some sharpness testing. So F8 first. Let's do F4. F2.8. And then 1.4. Even in the viewfinder I can see how soft it is. And I can bring the exposure down. I'm already at the 8,000th of a second. Okay, well at least we can do some pixel peeping. Oh, let's take a mirror selfie. Come. You have to stand right next to me. Ta-da! Okay, 1, 2, 3. Ah! 1, 2. Serious face. Serious face. I looked at my own reflection, not into the camera. Oh, that's nice. Okay. So while we are enjoying this view, I want to talk a little bit about my street photography approach. in 2025. Basically, it's similar to the last 2 or 3 years, because recently I've been focusing on going out more intentionally, because I used to just go out, do street photography anywhere, but nowadays I'm planning my walks, because I only have 1 day in the week, and I've been photographing Hamburg for 10 or 15 years, probably, so I have the feeling I should be more intentional to get a broader view on Hamburg. So what I've been really enjoying lately is looking for interesting events or things that are happening in the city. And I have some friends who send me like little hints, like next Friday here is something happening. That has been very interesting. For example, we went to the Elbe River here a few weeks ago, photographing some swimmers who meet in winter to go swimming. I found out about it online, and I was interested in getting a photo of them with the cranes in the background. So that kind of stuff I'm trying to get. I also feel a little bit of an urgency when it comes to photographing here in Hamburg, because my wife and we are working on a second child, so far unsuccessfully. But eventually she will get pregnant, and we decided to move to Japan for her pregnancy. So we might be in Japan for, I don't know, almost a year maybe. So I feel like I need to make the most out of my time here, because I will miss out on so much. And I don't know, life can change, and maybe we decide, oh, let's not go back. Who knows? Not that I want to move out. I love Hamburg, but I want to make the most out of my time that I have right now. What also helps me is keep projects in mind. For example, I really want to do a Osaka and Hamburg partner city project, because they are partner cities. And my wife is from Osaka. So when we go to Japan, then my focus will be on working on this project, getting as many images as I can in Osaka, and then also here, while I'm here, working on getting the most I can get here in Hamburg. So that has been very helpful. It's rare nowadays that I go out and just like, oh, let's do some street photography. Today is actually this kind of day, because I'm testing a new lens. I'm not in work mode. I'm also filming a YouTube video, which it's not the best idea if you want to get some cool photos. So yeah, that's my strategy in 2025. Be very intentional what I photograph, and not waste any time going to the same places if there's so much more to explore. Genau. Wow, with this lens you can't really put your subject at the corner of your frame, because they get so blurry. So yeah, I just took 2 photos to show you. So if you take portraits, make sure your subject is in the middle. Oh, look, the sun is coming out. That's cool. Let's take a photo at f16 and see if we get any diffraction. I just noticed how much dust and dirt I have on my sensor. This is for all GR users. I actually have more dust on my mirrorless cameras than I have on my GRs. So, stop crying. This kind of light is rare in Hamburg, so whenever you're in Hamburg and you get sun, take photos. Don't stop. 3 meters or 5 meters? That's the question. 3 meters. Shadows, light and shadow. I'm waiting for a few people who come me this way. Should look nice, with the 2 that are sitting on the left, and then underexposing the photo to get a dramatic light. Or maybe I should get this guy in the frame. Maybe I should get this guy in the frame. This guy is actually way nicer. I feel like I'm in the spotlight with you. Okay. He ran away. Damn it. Ich hab's jetzt. Okay, I have a scene. Just wait for a shadow.
And start doing.
I have a scene that could work. I need a shadow. Oh, Entschuldigung. Oh, meine Batterie. First battery of the day. It's like changing film. Enjoy the process. Shoot digital, not analog, not film. Shoot data, not negatives. Ja, ich weiß, war nicht lustig. Okay guys, I think we are going to wrap this up here. That was my little photo walk in Hamburg. First street walk here in Hamburg. Testing out this Artizlab Classic 35mm 1.4. It's available on the Funleader website. Of course, I will have a link in the description. I think I can even give you a 5% discount, or maybe more. I don't know, there will be a discount code in the description if you want to grab one. And I know there will be people who will say, you know, I'd rather get the real thing and spend, you know, a lot of money for a high quality item. And sure, Leica lenses are amazing, the craftsmanship, the optics, of course, that comes with a cost. They're handmade. But I sometimes question, you know, how much quality do we really need? I think most photographers, they just want something that works. Of course, you could say, you know, get an expensive lens and you have it for life. But how many of you are really using a lens for the rest of your life or for 10 years? If I think about my most used lenses, the one that I used the most was definitely a Canon 35 f2 IS lens for Canon DSLRs. I think I had that for close to 10 years, yeah. Me personally, I just need something that works. Something that fits my budget, that gives me the results I'm looking for, that makes it easy or at least enjoyable to take photos with. If I can get that for under 500 bucks, then maybe I will go for the more economical, reasonable option. And some of my favorite lenses are actually from China, like the Leipoch 28 1.4. It's my favorite lens that I'm currently using. So I think it's not bad to have options. And this is not supposed to be a 100% copy of the original. It gives people who want something with character an option. And I'd rather take an existing design that looks beautiful than a new design that looks weird. I forgot to mention that Funleader is not seeing this video before it comes out. Obviously, they sent me this lens, so take it as you will, but everything I said in this video is my own opinion. And if my brother is still watching, I think this will definitely work for you. Next time we see us, you can try it. And if you have any good Leica M camera recommendations, please let my brother know in the comment section. I think Leica is a little bit out of his budget, but if you have any cool ideas for film Leica M mount cameras, let me know. Let my brother know. Okay, see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. And remember to stay classy. Boom! Ja, fertig.